Greetings, Africans. I hope you guys are well. I'm well, guys. All right, guys. Let's quickly talk about Floyd Shivhambu and the interview that he did on Dr. Shivhambu's platform, right? Where Floyd reveals that he actually conceptualized the name Economic Freedom Fighters. He conceptualized, right, the cardinal pillars. He conceptualized the reference to the EFF leaders to be commissars, right? So, but for us, especially for me personally, I'm not surprised. We always knew that Floyd Shivhambu was the think tank behind the EFF and its ideological, political, intellectual stance, right? We always knew that. Those who claim that is not true, or those who are disputing what Floyd is saying, it is the people who just joined the EFF probably recently. Not just only joined the EFF recently, but who joined politics just recently. Because I think what we need to understand here, especially now I'm talking about the EFF membership, it is that you've got a lot, probably even to 70 to 80% of the current EFF membership are people who only became politically active after the establishment of the EFF. Meaning these are the people who became active in politics from 2013. Prior to 2013, these people were not politically active. Hence, they do not know who's Floyd Shivhambu. They do not know who is it that we're talking about when we're talking about Floyd Shivhambu in terms of ideological and intellectual prowesses as a think tank, right? Because funny enough, this is the cohort that has been insulting Floyd Shivhambu, and it's a cohort that thinks that the name economic freedom fighters or economic freedom in our lifetime, it's something that originates from the EFF, of which is not true. This is the concept that Floyd Shivhambu conceptualized. Of course, working with some people, but he led that process when they were still in the ANC Youth League. Meaning, they carried some of those things from their days in the ANC Youth League into the EFF. Because even the name Economic Freedom Fighters itself, it was conceptualized within the ANC Youth League. And it's a process that was led by Floyd Nico Shivhambu. Right? Whether people are willing to acknowledge and accept that, we understand people can be denialist. Right? Because it is fashionable now to deny that such facts. But it is a fact. Even Julius Malema knows that. Right? That this man called Floyd Shivhambu was the brain for 90 to 95% of those policies. Right? Because, and again I'm saying it is people. Here we are dealing with two categories of people. People who only joined politics or became active in politics after the establishment of the EFF. Right? Theirs is informed by ignorance. Let them go and read up more on who's Floyd Shivhambu. What has been his contribution from his days in the Young Communist League? Actually started from his days in SASCO, right, to the YCL, to COSATU when he conducted political education for COSATU affiliates at a very young age. At a very young age. Just to show how bright this man is in terms of his brains, his intellectual capacity. Right. Then the second category, it is people who are informed by personal hatred for Floyd Shivhambu. Not just personal hatred, but because they are trying to please Julius Malema. Right? Meaning their attacks against Floyd Shivhambu are mainly because they are trying to please Julius Malema. Because they want to appear to be in defense of the organization. Right? But what is funny and strange enough, like that puppet called Shivhambu. That man just is a puppet. He's been twerking non-stop on Twitter, trying to please Julius Malema. But it is fun because they call it defending the organization. But who are you defending the organization against? Who's attacking the EFF? Because at no stage has Floyd, since his departure from the EFF to join the MK party, at no stage has he ever attacked the EFF. So what informs this so-called defense? That people are even willing to discredit the man. Discredit the man for the work that he did in the EFF. The work that he did in building the EFF. Because even upon his departure, remember what he said in that press briefing at the EFF headquarters. He said he's hoping and he's calling that there should be no mischaracterization and the malaligning of each other because of his correct decision to depart from the EFF. So why can they not accept that? Because you cannot take away the work that he has done. You cannot. Just because you dislike him, just because you dislike Floyd Shivhambu for the decision that he has taken to leave the EFF. By the way, the EFF that he built, when some of you, the puppets who are being sent to attack him and insult him, were not there when he sacrificed to build that EFF. But because today you want to please your master, you want to appear to be revolutionary. By the way, there's nothing revolutionary about lying about a person, about discrediting a person. There's nothing revolutionary about that. You see? There's absolutely nothing revolutionary about that. Right? And you cannot take away from him. That's his natural God-given talent that he has. Whether you guys are willing to accept it or not, it remains what it is. It is his gift. You cannot take it away from him. You can agree, you can disagree with him, contest him based on ideas, on the ideological posture, if you do have any. Because again, that's the thing again. Those EFF members who have been launching the scathing attack against the MKP, especially against Floyd Shivhambu, theirs is personal. It is absolutely nothing. It is not ideological, it's not intellectual, it is not political. It is merely personal. It's merely posturing to try and give themselves a name so they can be seen by the EFF leadership to be in defense of the EFF. You see, it just cannot be. It just cannot be that they are even willing to discredit the man for the work that he has done. You see, we need to call this tendency out. We need to call this behavior out. It is totally unacceptable. You see, and I'm glad that Floyd spoke out, because and again, I'm giving the task. You see, those who are being sent out to attack Floyd Shivhambu, they need to go back, learn the history of the EFF, but especially the history of those who established the EFF. Then they would realize that the kind of man they're talking about and the contribution that he made in the EFF. Of course, I know for some just a difficult task that I'm giving them, because even myself I've been insulted on this platform numerous times, because those EFF members, they've got no capacity to engage on any political or ideological contestation. They are just merely throwing insults. They'll even go as far as calling us names using our own mother's private parts. That's just how disgusting they are. And it explains why the EFF is not growing, because of the type of membership that it has. Let's see. By the way, I'd leave it at that, guys. Please continue to support the channel. Please remember to subscribe if you've not yet subscribed. Please remember to share the video on social media platforms. Remember to like the video as well, so the algorithm can recommend the video. Ma Africa. Siyabonga ma Africa. Izwe lethu.